Welcome to the Caring Hands podcast. I'm Addie, and thank you for joining me. I say podcast, I really would like to say probably channel. I am happy to be here. We are a crochet, knitting, and lifestyle channel. And so that hopefully I'll be able to input a little bit uh, into all of those areas. Sometimes I'll only talk about crocheting. Sometimes I'll talk about knitting and crocheting. Sometimes I'll talk about lifestyles. Sometimes I will talk about all three. So I hope you'll continue to join me. Thank you for coming back. If you're new, if you're not new and you just happened to go through the channels and you saw this Caring Hands, thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for those who are joining us for a fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh time. Thank you. I'm glad you're taking some time out of your schedule. I appreciate it. I do hope that something I'll say will interest you. All right. So, how was your week? How was your 2 weeks? Well, as you know, when I returned, I think it was last time that I was. Last time I did a video, I was returning home from a power outage, and I had been out of my home for about 7 days or so, and 7 to 8 days, and I was so glad to be back. I was grateful, so grateful to have the power back on, and just so grateful to have a home to return to. So I am happy to be back, and I'm sort of getting back into kind of adjust to everything. We had to throw some food out and just do a lot of things that that we hadn't anticipated on doing. But we are here, and I'm glad to be back. So now let's see. How was your week? I told you about my past couple of weeks. Out of all of that, life has been good. Life has been very, very good. And I hope the same has been with you in your week. Well, I'm early this week. I would have been here on Thursday. However, my husband's having his birthday. And I wanted to have some time to celebrate with him on his birthday. So I didn't want to raise the chance that I would not have an opportunity to come to you, so that I decided I'd do it early. And hopefully this will not this will be something that you'll enjoy, and hopefully maybe some of the projects you'll have time to, even if you're interested, try to complete. I do have to put a pin in some things, is that, and say that sometimes I don't have patterns to my projects. I will oftentimes wing it, and so I would just come up with the project and we'll just do it. And so oftentimes you will note that I don't go to a pattern and say, but what I will do is refer you possibly to someone on YouTube who could maybe have a pattern, or you maybe would see some patterns throughout the videos that they have. But very often I never strictly go through the pattern, and what I will do is modify. And so when I modify the pattern, more than just in color, sometimes even in stitch and in length and things of that nature. But hopefully you'll find something interesting here. All right, let's start with some shawls. Now I have my first shawl, and this, remember I said these are some of the items we have are from scrap yarn. And so trying to eliminate all the items, all the yarn that I have, trying to use some of the yarn so that I could buy some more. But trying to use some yarn so that, okay. So this is my first pattern, and this is not really a pattern. This is my shawl. And don't know how we can see it. Let's see, can we? This is the just so you can see the texture. And this is a nylon polyester blend yarn, and it's one ply. Very thin, but very breezy. And I thought very nice to have on a sundress. Very nice to have if you're coming into a building and everything's air conditioned now. That something to throw in your arms to be comfortable. And it's the span of my arms or more. And I don't know if you get a real picture of it. I will try to put something on the as a separate video with all of the shawls and some of the other items that I made. So maybe that would be helpful. So this was with a size, this is really with a size K, I'm sorry, with a size J hook. And it's just chains. I started at the top, and I decreased as I went down. And it was a visual decrease. So I look at it and I would say, okay, well, it's time for me to decrease. So I don't have a pattern. But again, I would really tell you that if you go to Bob Wilson 123 or Hector Nuga, they will have patterns for many of the items that pattern like the items that I share here. All right, let's see. The next one is, this is a shrug, and or some people call it a vest. I kind of say it's a vest because the arms, even though the arms are so large, it's a vest. I don't know if we can see this. Let's see. Don't know. Trying to see if something could be done. But what I'm going to do is I am going to put this on a separate video. But this is a vest. Just wanted you to see the kind of texture in the yarn. This is, you can see the sparkles. This is I Love You yarn. And it's got the sparkles. And it's a beautiful texture. I like the color with the gold running through it. And it's worsted yarn. And just beautiful. And I really do love it. And I just wanted to kind of give you a sense. I am going to put this on some kind of way. I'm going to put it up so you can see it on a separate video. But this too is one of the other things about this one is that you see it's from a square. This was a square, a granny square. And the pattern required, or if I recall, the pattern required me to crochet, do the granny square first and then crochet around it. And so don't have a pattern, but I will see if at some point I can look on YouTube. If I see one, I'll make sure I refer it to you in one of the other videos. But this is a beautiful, again, something to wear. You want to wear something sleeveless, and you want to put something on and still have a little coolness about being, your arms are not as protected, but you are having something on your shoulders and around there. So that's nice. Now the other one is white. And this one is cotton. This is a cotton shrug. And as you know, shrugs are so hard to show on TV, on the video. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Upside down. Let's do it like this. This is a shrug. And this shrug has armholes here. And the shrug is made with a rectangle. So I created the rectangle, and the top of the rectangle I folded down to the bottom of the rectangle and I attached the corners, uh, the top corner to the bottom corner of each side, and that created the arms. So now I'm going to be able to show this to you in the next video. So just kind of bear with me and just look at the yarn and get a feeling for the yarn, and then maybe I can show you the actual shrug so that you'll be able to find it on one of the other YouTubers who do patterns and do tutorials. All right, so with that. Then I wanted to kind of show you some other items that I made, and one of the items is a, let's see. All right, this is actually was designed for it to be a collar, and collar on a nice dress. Maybe that would be something that you would want to wear, and then you could wear it in the front, or if you wanted to change it around, and you can do it this way, which is a different look to it. This is the one of the looks, as you can see, and this would be the other. Really nice, and this is a again. This is I Love You yarn. I love sparkles, and so this is a black yarn with sparkles in it. The yarn is a I made a bow. I don't know if you saw the bow. I put a bow on it. Let's see. Can we get that bow in? Don't know. Yeah. Well, hopefully I can show it to you better on the next video. But the scarf, it's just a scarf. It was a scarf that I crocheted the scarf, and then as you do infinity scarves, I crocheted together. However, what I did was in crocheting, I increased, I attached it to the back, as you can see here. And so that was the only thing that I really kind of did differently. Excuse me. So I didn't know how it was going to turn out. It was, again, one of my make it as you go. And I needed it for a dress. And I said, oh, this would be something good. So I kind of created it off on the wing. But any kind of shawls, and this would be a kind of a shawl, but any kind of shawls or collars, I just kind of refer you always to the internet. And you can probably come up with, do the word collar or crochet shawl. And I can only recommend to you some of the ones that I've used. And again, that's Hectanuga 123 and Bob Wilson. Bob Wilson 123 Hectanuga, and Jay's Knit Jams and Pearls, and she does knits and crochet. So there are some others that I'll maybe think about and kind of recommend them to you as well. All right, this is the other scarf that I made. Again, this is a Karen yarn. And the Karen yarn, both of these particular items, I used a J hook. This is Karen yarn. And it's just a loopy yarn. I had some yarn left, trying to make use of every bit that I have. And I don't know if you can kind of see the texture of it. But this also has, what? Sparkles. I love sparkles. And this is Karen Simply, and it's a party. They call it the party yarn. And it's a nice yarn to wear early spring, mid-spring, something you can wear around your neck to create some a difference in terms of the outfit and or what you're wearing. But this was now this is crocheted, and as I said, a J hook, and I use V stitches. Again, no pattern. All right. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, okay. Now, we're going to move to some other areas, and one of the ones that I like is, I always like jewelry. Who doesn't like jewelry? I don't know. I love jewelry. I love jewelry in all forms. And so what I wanted to do is talk to you about some of the crochet jewelry. And I know that some people have done this, and this is something that's kind of a really a first for me to consistently do some jewelry. And so here we go. This is again that crochet necklace. I call it a crochet necklace, and you can wear it so many different ways. I have worn it on the side where you have the knot to the side. I've worn it where the knot is at the back of my neck and it hangs down. But I've worn it so many different ways, and all I did was I crocheted 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, no, I didn't. I crocheted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 strands, long strands. And when I thought they were long enough, and then I just attached it to one end, and I used this large knot, and I created that knot by folding the yarn over and over again. And some people also they put a pendant on it with their necklace. So there's so many ways you can wear it, and it's just a nice little jewelry piece. Okay. And then there's some other areas. I didn't know how to display this. One of the things is earrings. I love earrings. I love crocheted earrings. I love any kind of earrings. So I wanted to just kind of give you an idea. These are several, let's see, up here. These are earrings. And if you can see, these happen to be for pierced ears. And the green and the cream. And what happens is I used a metal, just a piece of metal that maybe it was designed to go on earrings, an earring hoop. This happened to be an earring square, and I crocheted around it. Let's see. There you go. I crocheted around it. And I used floss. And let's see. Let me see what the floss is. Show you a sample of the floss that I used. Oh, here it is. All right. I used some floss to crochet. And all I really did was go around it twice. I went around it twice, and I had my design. So that's some beige floss. This is the green. And I used to attach the earrings so that I wouldn't have to worry about doing the hanging kind of hoop. I put earrings, small earrings that were already made, and attached them to them so they could attach to my ears. So I could wear them with the earrings, or I could wear them without. So that's one pair. Then this is another pair. Let me see. These are let's see. Can we do it this way? Now, I didn't starch these earrings, and I haven't decided if I am. One of the popular beliefs, well, someone told me that if they do these are the other earrings. And I don't know. There's one. And then there's the other. One of the YouTubers recommended that instead of me doing, putting let's see, kind of putting a starch on the earrings completely was to put them on one side. So then you would keep the texture on the right side, and you've had the firmness that it would create on the back side. And I think I might do something like that. Let's see. Then, well, I didn't want to leave out anyone who did not have pierced ears. Um, Here is a pair of blue clip-on earrings, and it's two of them. But and again, I just did a crochet around once. I did it around once and through the hoop, and that was it. That was it. Uh-oh. Okay, then some of the other jewelry I made. Something for a nice dress. You might want to put a pendant on it. And this is all I did was glue the pendant in the back, and I used the stones that they have. And the stones, they're called round foil facet stones. And so that they, let's see, let's just see it. These stones, and I glue them. And I used the glue, the F6000 glue. And that works very, very well. It's very strong, and it dries clear. Okay. Then I said, all right, I know what I can do. I wanted to change the look of my shoes. Sometimes, you have a pair of pumps and they're just black or blue or green or whatever. And sometimes it's nice to have a little change. So what I did was I did a clip-on. A clip-on to my on my shoe. And this is did a flower. Flower patterns can be, you've got flower patterns everywhere on the internet. And I just chose one of the flowers, and then I did I did a clip-on. I had some let's see, yeah. I don't know. There you go. Okay. Yeah. I had some clip-ons that my sister had given me so that I could just attach them to them. All right. Then, it's so nice. This was one of my faux pas. This started off being a collar, right? Cotton yarn. And I looked at the collar. It didn't look right. It was too big. It just didn't have any appeal. Then I said, oh no, I know I'll make a flower. So after doing some, trying to fluff it around and fit it in, and I was able to create a flower, and I put some pearls on it, and I thought, wow, this would be nice to wear on a dress. A black dress, white dress, or any color dress that you wanted to accent. That I thought it was just so nice to be able to wear. So this is a cotton flower that I created off a mistake. Okay. Then I had some scrap yarn, and I'm always looking for sometimes with my granddaughter, she likes to have a little purse. So I had some scrap yarn, and so I thought I'd make a little purse with a pom-pom. And this is something that she could wear, and that she would enjoy. And these are not something that's difficult to make. And you really make them just like you make um, the telephone holders or whatever. And this was made out of, I love this yarn, and sparkle. This is sparkle. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. And real quick with the pom-pom. Okay. Then this was something different. Let's see, can I put this on? I was looking in the book and I said, oh, wow. This would be something nice to have. And this is, let's see, can I get it all together? This is a bracelet. Let's see, can we get it focused? And with the bracelet, I put in a small item, so just to have a little glitter. And then I also made some earrings to go with it. And the earrings are here. Now these are made with cotton yarn. These were made with cotton yarn. And in fact, these were made over an old pair of earrings that had tarnished or that had changed colors. And so I used them, I just recycled. And so I had the earrings with the bracelet. And these are somewhat, I know a lot of the young people are wearing these. Again, thought this would be nice. All right. And let's see. I also, on my board, as you'll see, I made some other bracelets. And this bracelets are, I'll put it on my arm. This is the first one. And this is just a bracelet. Sometimes they're nice to wear with jeans. You're wearing bracelets and you might have 2 or 3 bracelets together. And they're nice to wear with jeans. This is a thin one. So we have this one. Let's see, put both of them together. And I have a hard time finding the screen. Okay. Oh, let's see. So can we do this right? Okay. So let's see. All right. Don't know if it comes off well. But these are some nice bracelets to have. And they're just fun bracelets. Fun for, sometimes the teenagers would like to, they have some jewelry. They don't really want to wear jewelry, but they want to wear something around their wrists. And this, I had some scrap yarn again. This is from, let's see, his name, Isaac Mazari. Not sure if I'm pronouncing the last name, Mizrahi. And this is the yarn I use. And again, this yarn does not have a, yes it does. It's called Juilliard. But the one thing about this yarn is that it does have, well, not sparkles, but it's got some floss running through it. Okay. So these are, those are some of the things I thought that would be nice to add to your spring and your summer wardrobe. And then this is something that gotta have a new purse sometimes. Sometimes it's nice to have all you need is a purse to accessorize. And I made this purse. And I used micrame. I gotta tell you about that later. But I used micrame cord to make this purse. And it does have a lining. There's a lining inside of it. And also what I did was I used, I had a pendant that I no longer wanted to use, and I thought I'd attach it to that, and that would make my button. But I thought it was a nice little purse. Okay. And I think the purse is about 9 inches tall and about 9 inches wide. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. Then let's see. What else? What else? What else? Oh, I wanted to share with you something. While this is not Easter or spring accessories in its purest sense, it is an accessory that's needed. And I wanted to show you this baby blanket. I made the baby blanket. And the baby blanket is made out of Bernette blanket yarn. Let me show you this. Okay. There you go. Bernette baby blanket yarn. And super bulky, super soft. Just a beautiful, beautiful, soft blanket. And I believe it's about 3.5 yards long. 3.5 feet, I'm sorry. 3.5 feet long. And it's 2.5 feet wide. And my daughter asked me to make this blanket, and so I said, okay. And, it was Easter time, so I thought, since it's Easter time, maybe I'll make something else to go with the blanket. And so I decided, why not make a rabbit? So I purchased some blue, and it's called Blanket Bright Blue Yarn by Bernette, and I decided to make a bunny rabbit. And we'll have to see how it goes on the screen. The bunny rabbit. The face, okay. I gotta do better. Gotta do better with the face. However, there he is. There's my bunny rabbit. Nice and soft. Nice and soft. Very cuddly. And I think any baby would love this. This is from the Rabbit in a Square, Crochet in a Square. And so you make the large square, and whatever size square you make, then that determines what size your bunny will be. And just have to practice on making the eyes. I think I'm going to add a little bit more to the eyes so that it'll look a little bit more pleasant for the baby. But I thought this was really a nice project for the baby. Then I wouldn't be remiss if I didn't have chicks, right? These are my pom-pom chicken. Pom-poms, these are just my they're going to the Easter basket. And they're made out of pom-poms, cotton. And just thought that it'd be fun to have in addition to the rabbits. So, and so that will take me to, I think, the end of the items I made. I got some starting on the macrame purse. I need to talk about these. This is my set. This is another crochet set, and let's see, this crochet set is a necklace, and then the earrings. They're crocheted. They're using the same floss, and the floss has worked. It's such a simple process. Work around the ring twice, and you have your necklace. You have your, I'm sorry, you have your earrings. And these are a pretty nice spring color. And I guess, like again, I said, I don't know, when I do block them, I'm going to probably put it in starch, but I'm going to only do the back end and not the front so that I can keep that texture that it looks like. Well, next week I'm going to show you where I am on my crocheted, my macrame purse. We decided to do a macrame purse. All of us who had talked, I told you about my Tuesday Sage group. So we're learning how to do a macrame purse. And so I just started. And so this is the purse that we're going to do. Right there. And so I have mine started, just really, really started. So next time I will kind of bring that to you so you can see what it looks like. Hopefully I will be maybe halfway through. I don't know. I don't know. But thank you for being here. I welcome you. Welcome any comments. If you want to share anything, if you have any questions, I welcome all of that. I am very excited about doing some other items and just having some items to crochet. And as noted on my, I'm loving to live and living to love. And I would encourage you to do the same thing. Just make this day a happy day. And then worry about tomorrow. Okay? Thank you, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.